Hey everybody, welcome to another episode of Teach the Skill, and this one is called Rolling 101. The instructor for this one is going to be James Marshall. James is going to have the help of his son Jack, and they're coming to us all the way from Willand, England. I know James through our association with Vern Gambetta's GAIN conference that is held at Rice University in Houston every year, and James is just a wonderful teacher and coach. I think you're going to really like this one. Enjoy.
First thing about rolling is to make sure you have a comfortable surface. I'm here with Jack. Say hello, Jack.
Hello.
Right, so we've got grass here, which is a good surface to roll on as long as it's quite soft. And then the other thing is to have a slight slope. So at the moment our garden slopes down slightly like this. So anything time you're rolling, give yourself an advantage by going on a slope. I've got a microphone on, so I can't do all of them. But Jack, can you show everyone a log roll, please? Starting up that end and coming down this end. Yep. So most of you will be familiar with this, rolling down a sand dune or a garden bank. And most children, this is what I would start with. As you see, it's quite easy going downhill. Okay, Jack, roll back uphill now. This requires a bit more strength, so that's not one for beginners, but rolling downhill is the first thing to start with. And so whenever you do a rolling exercise, children can always do at least that one roll normally. Second one we're going to do is tuck to stand. And before you start rolling, apart from that one we just did, get used to rocking. And your back has to be curved like a wheel of a tyre, or a tyre, sorry, on a wheel, rather than a square picture frame. So we're just going to rock. Jack, you do this with me. Okay, just get used to 3 or 4 of those, just get used to that rocking action. The next thing from that is to try and stand up. Now little people as well, their legs are a bit shorter, so they might find this a bit easier than adults. So we'll rock to stand now, Jack. Okay, and as you notice, Jack does one more. His feet stay very close to his bottom. So the further, closer the feet in, the easier it is to stand. If you put your feet further away, Jack, and try and stand up when your feet go further away, okay? Yeah, you won't be able to, yeah. So feet go further away, you can't stand up. So error number 1, or key to help people, number 1, is get their feet close to the bottom. Second thing to help them is to turn around so you're rocking up and down the slope. So if your feet this way, and Jack, that's it. So now the feet are lower than his bottom, you'll find it easier. So you can put them on a slope, Standing up, is that easier? Okay, go up and okay, one more. Yeah, okay, good, all right. The other thing about little people is, Jack's 10 and a half and I'm very old, but their heads, little people's heads are bigger in relation to the rest of their body. So anything where you're starting from standing up and going down, this head is heavy in relation and they haven't got the strength to hold it. So I rarely start from a standing position. I always start from a sitting position, simply because they've got to learn how to control their heads. Okay, so that's rocking to stand. Another rocking one to do is just rocking from buttock cheek to buttock cheek. So just rock like this. So just rocking like this. Get used to going on weight on one bottom cheek, the other bottom cheek. And then gradually, what I do is just touch the leg over. You get used to touching and touching. And then we're going to put our weight up. So we'll rest our weight on our hands and just push up. Notice I've still got that rocking action. One more and go. Okay. Next one, we'll stand up. Push up, he's gone the wrong way. And stand up like that. Okay. So then I lower down. I'm conscious I've got my back to you when I'm coaching. I lower down. Put my hand down, bottom cheek, cross, and up. Once they can get to this bit here, and then go to kneeling, the standing bit is relatively easy. It's just that conscious of where to get their legs from. So what we'll do now is I will do it facing this way. Excuse me, please. Right. So I'm going to kneel down. Okay. Hand down, okay, bottom cheek, and come there, okay? So again, from kneeling, hand down, bottom cheek, and stand. Okay, Jack, do you want to do one? Okay, and then we'll do it from standing. Can you do one from standing to standing? Yep, so Jack then just sat straight on his bottom. I wouldn't do that. I would go down here, across, and then up, yep. There we go, good. All right, and then again you can do that going down the slope, Jack. So if we kneel down here, kneel, hand, and you'll feel the spin go quite fast. Okay, so that's our dancer's roll. And where this comes then into sport is sometimes you can add a lunge, a lateral lunge. So once your people can start lateral lunging, then I can lunge down. There. So it comes down. So I'm going to lunge there, hands down, and across. So you can see how even the dancer's roll goes from simple to more advanced and faster. The one after the tucking to stand, I still don't go forward. Still not going forward. The next one I do, in the two, if we have a log roll as basic roll number 1, tuck to stand as 2, and dancer's roll as 3. On the tuck to stand, next thing I do is get used to having 2 knees going over the same shoulder. So both knees. Okay, so Jack, just move back a bit so they can see. That's it. So 2 knees are going to go over my right shoulder. Jack did the full motion. I'll do it with my back to the camera so you can see which way I'm coming. There. There. And eventually, beginners will just get up like I did. They'll get over onto their side, it's fine, but they're just getting used to going up and back. Now, and then what I find is that if you rewind it, they can find their way back quite easily by going forward and backwards rather than teaching forwards first. So the other way again is if I'm going down the slope, so I'm going to go down the slope now, 2 knees over this shoulder, and I just come to here. Go on, Jack. Just come to kneeling is fine, and then try the other shoulder, Jack. So for beginners, we do quite a lot of this, of just sitting forward, 2 knees over the shoulder, sit forward, 2 knees over that shoulder, and then once they're really familiar with it, then you can rewind it, like I said, here. Okay, so I'll go back one way, and then back this way, and they might finish in all these funny positions here, but they're just using to their spine moving and the rocking and rolling action. Notice we haven't had to put our head forward and down at the moment because I think that's the next stage up. Okay, thanks for watching.